I called him again that morning. The line rang twice, then went to voicemail. "Hi, it's Mom. Just checking if you're okay." My voice cracked on the last word. That was my 5th message in 2 weeks. No reply. Not even a text. 3 months earlier, Daniel had moved to another city for a new job, a big opportunity, he said, with a proud smile and a rushed hug. I told him I'd be fine. I lied. Now, every morning felt quieter. The kettle whistled, the old clock ticked on the wall, and the radio host's voice filled the kitchen, cheerful, but distant. I made 2 cups of tea anyway. One for me, one for him. Just in case. Sometimes, I'd scroll through our old photos, his first day of school, his graduation, his wedding. He used to call me every Sunday, without fail. Now, the silence between us stretched longer than I could bear. One evening, I overheard my neighbor talking to her daughter on speakerphone. Their laughter floated through the open window. I smiled, and then cried quietly into my teacup. I wasn't angry. Just forgotten. Invisible. I started to wonder if I'd done something wrong. Maybe I called too much. Maybe I should have given him more space. Or maybe, children just grow away from you, like branches reaching for a sun that isn't you anymore. I wrote him one last message that night. "Daniel, I just want to know you're okay. Love, Mom." Then I turned off my phone, placed it face down on the table, and stared at the small crack on the screen, a reminder of the time he dropped it while taking our last family photo. I whispered to myself, maybe this is just how it goes when they grow up. And yet, I still left the porch light on, every single night. Just in case he needed to find his way home. If you've ever waited for a message that never came, tell me how you coped. Leave a comment below, I'd love to hear your heart. And if this story already touches something inside you, please like this video and stay with me for the next part. The 3rd week came and went. Still no message. But something inside me had shifted, a quiet click, like an old door unlocking after years. That morning, I made tea only for myself. Chamomile. I watched the steam curl upward, soft and slow, like forgiveness taking shape. For the first time in months, I didn't check my phone before breakfast. I went outside. The air was cool, the sky pale and kind. The hydrangeas I'd planted last spring were blooming, small, fragile, but alive. I decided to do something I hadn't done in years, go to the community center. They were hosting a senior volunteering day. The thought made me nervous. I hadn't been around new people in a long time, but I went anyway. When I walked in, a woman about my age greeted me with a smile. "First time volunteering?" she asked. I nodded. I just thought, maybe I could still be useful. She touched my arm gently. "Oh, honey, you'd be surprised how much you still have to give." That sentence stayed with me all day. How much I still have to give. I spent the afternoon helping pack meals for families in need. It was simple work, tying bags, folding boxes, writing small notes like "you're not alone." But with every bag I tied, I felt a small thread of myself come back together. When I came home, the sun had set. I didn't check my phone. Instead, I sat in the quiet and smiled, realizing that maybe the silence wasn't a punishment, it was a space for me to remember who I was, beyond Mom. And then, something beautiful happened. The next morning, my phone buzzed. A message. From Daniel. I stared at it for a long time before opening. It said, "Mom, I'm sorry for being so distant. I didn't realize how much I missed hearing your voice until now." My hands trembled. I didn't cry right away. I just breathed, deeply, slowly, letting his words settle into the empty spaces where worry used to live. Have you ever felt that, when someone finally reaches out, just as you were learning to let go? Tell me in the comments below. And if this part of the story touched your heart, give it a like or share it with someone who might need to hear it. I didn't reply right away. I read his message again. And again. Each time, it felt softer, like the sound of rain on old windows. I waited a day. Not out of pride, but because I wanted my heart to be calm, not desperate. The next morning, I called him. For the first time in weeks, he picked up before the first ring ended. Mom? His voice was tired. But real. Present. Hi, sweetheart, I said softly. There was a long pause, the kind where silence says everything words can't. He sighed. I'm sorry. I needed space. Things have been rough, and I didn't want to worry you. I looked out the window. The hydrangeas were swaying in the wind. I understand, I whispered. But remember, silence doesn't protect love. It only hides it. He didn't answer at first. Then I heard it, a shaky breath, and a small sob. I know, Mom. I really missed you. My throat tightened. For the first time in a long time, I didn't hold back. I missed you too, Daniel. But I'm proud of you, even when you don't call. I just needed to remember that my love doesn't depend on your answers. There was peace in that moment. Like something old and heavy finally let go. We talked for a while, about his work, his new apartment, his dog, how the world felt too fast sometimes. And for the first time, I didn't try to fix anything. I just listened. That evening, after we hung up, I sat by the window with a cup of tea. The light outside was gold, warm and forgiving. I thought about how love changes as we age. It becomes quieter, steadier, less about holding on, and more about trusting that what's meant to stay will find its way back. I smiled. And I whispered to the empty room, he remembered me. But deep down, I knew something even more beautiful. I had remembered myself first. If this story touched your heart, please don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and share it with someone who might need to hear it. And if you want more stories like this, subscribe and turn on the bell. I post new ones every week.